Hello?
Welcome.
This is the two cities.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Tales of Two Cities. For this month, Nikki and I have something a little different, a little new. We are offering a gift of several mini-episodes going over famous lore from all over the United States, each of which containing something similar to the previous episodes we once did. It's our gift to you, and also to us, because in reality, history and stories are something we should cherish. So, my name is Ellie, and welcome to Tales of Two Cities mini-episode. With the population of nearly 3,000 people, the city of Marion, Kentucky carries with it a dark and deep story about a little witch named Mary Evelyn Ford, who, possibly, doesn't want to be left alone. As the fable goes, Mary Ford and her mother were unfortunately accused of being witches in the early 1900s and were burned at the stake by the townspeople, maybe in one last hurrah from the traditions of the 1600s. While her mother's body was discarded with the rest of the charred remains, Mary's was buried in Pilot Knob Cemetery, in a lead-lined coffin covered in concrete, trapped for all eternity. Her epitaph states her name, her birth, May 9th, 1911, and her deaths, May 31st, 1916. In the theme of any urban myth, Mary has been desperately seeking vengeance for the wrong that has befallen her and her mother. Visitors state they have seen the apparition of a small blonde girl wandering around the iron cage that surrounds her tomb, wearing none other than a singed nightgown. Those that managed to lie on her grave have noted to experience tiny hands holding them down, possibly trying to pull them into the grave with her. The truth of Mary Evelyn Ford was that she was the youngest of 6 children, born to James Andy Ford and Mary Rebecca Davis Ford. She died on May 31st, 1916, to peritonitis, which is similar to a burst appendix. When reading the story, I thought about skipping it. How does it really portray a sense of lore and fear that I want to present? This story, which is easily rebutted, could be seen as a disappointing build-up for you, our listener, and I was nervous to present that to you. However, despite all the truths in the story, there is something that isn't quite answered. Who is the little girl that people see? What is the force that holds these people to the ground? Yes, people lie and make up stories, but experiences tend to fall towards an actuality. People might intend to lie, but sometimes that energy creates a truth. In episode 3, Nikki and I dealt with curses, and Louise Huebner became a major component during our chat. For those that don't know, Louise Huebner was a self-proclaimed official witch of Los Angeles who put a curse on the Hollywood Bowl to increase the sexual vitality of that area. She lived her whole life as someone who knew and practiced the magical arts, and she explained in her book, Witchcraft for All, that energy means everything. In her book, Huebner states, the power witches tap is an energy inside themselves. It should be considered wasteful, stupid, and therefore bad not to use the energy within oneself to gain one's desires, to fulfill oneself. So, going back to the original question, was Mary Evelyn Ford a witch? Probably not. She was only 5. But let me present an idea. Maybe, just maybe, when Mary Ford was at the pinnacle of death, she sat feeling a sense of longing, a sense of wanting to not be alone, a sense of wanting to have more merit to life than just 5 years. Let's just say that as she was dying, she focused her energy, desiring for her soul to live on forever, since her body could not, or that her memory could live in the place that she couldn't. Maybe, just maybe, she ignored the demons of death and became, in theory, the witch that we all know today.
Demons create a fantastic energy and are by nature ferocious. And when you cast a spell, you must know you will attract them. If demons are allowed freedom for venting the madness, they can be diabolical. They are the reasons behind haunted houses, howling storms, lost keys, droopy hair, nagging associates, and cool lovers. If you're strong, maybe you can ignore demons. But why not invite them into a magic circle? Your magic circle. Control their energies. Use them to see into your future beyond tomorrow.
Song is Come Play With Me by Kevin Macleod. He is licensed under the Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. You can find his work on creativecommons.org/licenses/by/3.0. You can find out more about us and our other episodes on our Facebook page, website, Instagram, Twitter, and our email at talesofthe2citiespodcast@gmail.com. Please rate, review, and subscribe to us on iTunes. It really helps us a lot. And also, thanks for listening.